Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole. And this movie came out in 2010, and it's directed by Zack Snyder. And it was the only film from him that I haven't seen before. And I've heard that a lot of people didn't really like this movie, and I mostly knew this movie, from what I've heard, is that it was simultaneously too darker for kids to enjoy and also too kiddie for adults to enjoy because it was a PG rated film and it didn't really appeal to either crowd. So going into it, I had that in mind. And I gotta be honest, out of everything that I've seen from Zack Snyder, and I'll just give you a little bit of context as to my thoughts on his filmography, I'm not really a big fan. The only film that I really liked was Watchmen. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. Dawn of the Dead and 300 are fine, and the rest of his movies are either not the best or really bad. Like Sucker Punch, that movie's really bad. And Rebel Moon's pretty bad. And so I was thinking to myself, okay, let's see how this is. And I gotta be honest, this one was pretty good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really liked the animation in this movie, and I also enjoyed the music, though I'm not really a big fan of the songs. I just didn't feel as though they added much to the scenes. But the characters were well defined and established pretty well, and the supporting characters I like the best. And also, this movie had a good cast, in terms of the supporting characters, voiced by Hugo Weaving, Helen Mirren, Sam Neill, Joel Edgerton. Those are the ones that stood out to me mostly because I'm most familiar with them, and they did a good job. And the main voice actors, I wasn't really familiar with them, and I wasn't blown away by their performances. Not to say that they did a bad job, but everyone else, they felt like they brought more to the project than the main ones. This movie is an hour and a half long, and the movie wastes absolutely no time. It gets right into what you want to, and there's parts of this movie that really stuck with me and were very memorable in a positive way, not in a way that felt ridiculous to the point where it was just distracting. And I also really liked the action scenes. They were very well made and very well shot, and you could very clearly tell what was going on in these action scenes. There weren't too many cuts. There weren't any moments where I could barely make out what was going on because the shots were just too close and tight to the point where it was just claustrophobic and I couldn't see anything. But in this movie, that doesn't happen. And anything that's like a close shot, it's done with purpose. And I do think it benefits the movie. And also, something that really stood out to me in this movie was the slow motion. And unlike a lot of Zack Snyder films, I felt as though the slow motion was appropriately used. Like you're trying to use it to highlight certain moments. And the moments that had slow motion in this movie, I felt, for the most part, were really well used and things that you want to remember and things that should be highlighted in the movie. And that's what I think this movie does best. And it's just all the things that Zack Snyder does, but just done properly, finally. In terms of issues that I have with the movie, it's just that the one brother's choice to be on one side just felt abrupt and also should have been developed a bit better, in my opinion, but we'll see how that holds up on a rewatch, because I would genuinely love to rewatch this movie and show it to people, because not only did I enjoy it, but I can imagine a lot of people watching this movie and really enjoying it, because I do think that there's a lot to get out of this movie. Maybe not necessarily when it comes to the tone or narrative of the film, but in terms of the technical achievements and everything that I appreciate about film, I think that there's a lot to like about this movie. So in the end, Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole, long title that could have been a lot shorter. I don't understand why it needed to be as long as it was, but good movie. I liked it a lot. And I would definitely recommend that you check this movie out. So glad that I finally watched it. Really enjoyed it. Would love to show it to people. And it's a film that I could rewatch like right now. And I'm sure I'll enjoy it thoroughly. So check this movie out whenever you get the chance. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole, a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for The Rock, directed by Michael Bay. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.